It's coming home. It's coming home. It's coming. Football's coming home. Yep, it is coming home. This is the England versus Wales match reaction. USA versus Iran as well. And before we get into the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps us out. Anyway, we'll talk about Iran versus USA first. And for me, I was only watching this at the same time as the England game, so my attention was mostly on the England game. But as far as I could tell, first half USA completely dominated. Second half, Iran came back into it a bit more, chasing the game and made some decent chances, but overall just not quite good enough at the end. Obviously, they'll feel like they were robbed of a penalty at the end with a supposed shirt pull or tug on the shoulder by Zinnemann, I think, or one of the USA centre backs on Taremi, but I don't think it was ever going to be a penalty. They did look pretty decent in those last few minutes, but America shut them out brilliantly. Fair play to them. Much better this tournament than I thought they'd be, and honestly, fair enough to USA. They did the job, they got the job done, and a solid game of football from them. I mean, Weah looked really good again. Musa in the midfield also looked good. Tyler Adams, obviously, the workhorse, energetic man, the captain of the USA, still looked good as well. And yeah, I do think that the Americans, they're an exciting team. However, I believe they're going to face Netherlands, and I believe that's going to be a step too far for them in the next round. Then, let's go on to the big one. The reason why it's coming home. England versus Wales. England 3-0 win. Rashford 2 with a beautiful free kick, and Foden got one as well. So, first half, it looked like USA all over again. It looked like it was going to be a horrible England game. However, second half, we brought it back, didn't we? Over the first half, we were trying to, in the group chat, we were talking about like the better and worse players at the half. And honestly, the first half, there wasn't really many players that did better. Maybe Foden. I mean, the defence still looked solid enough. But other than that, most of them, they weren't terrible, but they didn't really do anything either. So there wasn't really like a best or worst player for England in the first half, but second half completely changed it. Completely changed it. I mean, Rashford, he's enjoying his football again. That's what they're all saying. You can see it in his face and his smile, the way he composes himself on the pitch now. You can tell he is definitely enjoying playing again. What a brilliant free kick for the first goal. And honestly, Foden, nice little assist from Kane. He just put it across the box where any striker would want it, being a striker himself. And Foden gambled and was there. And then Rashford, great little run, great little bit of skill to finish the third and completely finish off Wales. And Wales, they're trying to get pumped up for this game, and they weren't terrible until England scored the first goal, then scored literally like under a minute later, which was ridiculous. And I think that Nico Williams going off did hurt them because he's a bit more of a tenacious player, a bit more aggressive, a bit more full-on, direct. And I just think they sort of lacked that a lot of the time. Kiefer Moore was often left by himself. I believe Bale had to come off injured, which didn't help because he's their talisman. Although he hasn't had a good tournament, let's be honest. But he is their talisman and they do rely on him a lot. And I do think that England ended up being a good performance just for the second half alone. The first half looked like the whole 90 minutes against the USA again, which was absolutely appalling. However, like I said, we turned it around and it turned out to be a good game for England. I mean, Bellingham, for me, he's still one of the best players in the world. Bit more quiet games than against Iran, but he did show some good bits of skill in a more advanced role to what he usually play, although that is the story behind his shirt number 22. So apparently it adds up for all the numbers of the positions he can play. So that's a nice little thing for him. And I do think he still looks pretty solid in the midfield. I was surprised with how defensive the midfield was, though, with Henderson, Rice and Bellingham. But Bellingham can obviously do the more forward role, so that did not matter. And we did see flashes of skill from him up there, but he's maybe not built for that attacking role, and he's definitely better as a number 8 box-to-box. But Foden did look good, and Can't argue with that. In the second half, he did look good. First half, I just think he lacked players around him and lacked service, so he couldn't really do much, which is the problem for most of them. We just weren't supporting each other in the first half, but no need to focus on that. Only need to focus on the second half. What a performance. Nothing else to say really, so I'm going to wrap up the video here. England, quality performance. Is it coming home? Let me know. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, share with your friends as well, and I'll see you guys next time.